All right, I'm in the opening round of the rookie division in the Liberty tournament. I'm on the back nine. I got fired it off on the front, picked up some shots, was on fire on the front. Started it off with 6 eagles in a row, and then hit the 2 holes that I still haven't figured out this week. I'm still working on holes number 7 and 8. Still trying to get them dialed in. I'm not getting on hole number 7, I'm not getting the shot. I'm getting exactly the shot that I've taken 1,000 times on this hole. Every time in the past I've been on this hole, I take that shot and it's not responding. It's like the green's slightly different. I was talking to one of my buddies about it. He's been playing for a long time. We were talking about that green, and it does seem like it's playing different from the direction from the left. So I'm going to keep working at it, though. I may do the bounce over the sand, but I'm definitely not going to do the rough bump on hole number 7. So let's get at it. I got 56 minutes to shoot the video, so let's get rolling. If it ends all of a sudden, thanks for watching. Let's get on the front 9. Let's go check out hole number 1. And we're just starting over again. We got to forget about anything that happened on the front, and we're starting a whole new round. And never think, oh, well, I picked some up on the front, I've got room. This is a whole new set. I want everything I picked up to stay in the bag, and I'm trying to maintain the minimum score. Hole number 1. Let's see, what am I doing here? I'm doing 1 per ring with plus 0.2. I'm using a Grizzly and an Olympus ball. Should have a Grizzly in at least 4 of these bags, maybe 3. We'll take that bag right there. And I'm taking an Olympus. And I'm doing 1 per ring with my Grizzly. The way my buddy's doing it is he's playing a 10% wind adjustment, but he's doing his rings at 1.1, so they balance each other out, and you're back to 1 per ring, and I'm adding on 0.2. So if the wind's 3.6, I'm going to play at 3.8. I go first. It's 2.4, so it's going to be 2.6. I want to be right off the fringe area. Get back so I can see what I'm doing, and dial it right up to the cup. It's 2.6. Just trying to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole, ball. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. Starting the back 9 off with a hole-in-one. I've hole-in-one that twice in a row. Thank you, Kyle. That's all my buddy Kyle right there. That's working with your teammates. That's working with your teammates, trying to find the shot. There's tons of different ways that you can come at these holes. But I've played this game long enough that they slightly tweak some of these greens, and the way that the wind's blowing from one tournament to the next. We've played this hole. It seemed like we played this hole once in the past where they always give us one of the par 3s where we get headwind, and we've had headwind at this hole several times. And so it changes your stuff, and you may have to come out a little bit different, and you've got to do a little bit of a different adjustment. And so if somebody on your team has figured it out, or somebody like me has figured it out, that's the deal. You got to respect it. All right. That was hole number 10. Getting it done. Let's go to hole number 12, or 11. I got a little lucky on the front, and I hit it great, and it still went in the hole. So I guess I will take the lucky, and I'm going to pick my bag real quick. Rock, Kingmaker, Sniper. And this tournament is definitely sponsored by Kingmaker. Let's go check the hole out, make sure it's the hole I'm thinking of. Maybe. All right, it's definitely the hole I'm thinking of. I was definitely in the right spot. Let me open up a chest, get it rolling. And 23 commons. Doing that prism chest. If you're doing the prism chest, you're wanting to replenish those 300 commons every day. As soon as you get some clubs maxed out, it's really important. I'm not a big person to promote grinding in this game, but when you first start getting your clubs, some common cards maxed out, you need to grind for about 30 days and play as much as you can and try and win as many chests as you can. So I'm going to be 3 3/4 rings off. So I'm 3 3/4 rings off of that transitional area right there. So 3 3/4 rings. Max top spin, and I'll be one less than that. I'm doing a 10% wind adjustment, so it's 3 3. 3 1/3 rings. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. That should go dead center right through the middle of that gap down there. No, it was close to dead center. It went through the gap down there. If I hit a 1 ring great to the right, it clips that rough and it'll roll out on the other side. And then I have more room on the left. I could actually go out probably 4 rings. All right, so I'm doing a minus 10% to the cup. So it's 0.9 to the cup plus, or excuse me, times whatever the wind is. All right, I'm just sitting here thinking. The last time I was here, I hit it great, but I swear to you that it was in the zone for perfect, and I got a result that I was looking for perfect. So I'm right at my max club. Up there, right at that edge of the cup, times 3.1. It's 2.79 divided by 1.5. It's 1.86 rings. 1.9 rings. There's 1, 9. Oh, geez, I hit that like 700 great. 700 rings great to the left. That was like a 2 ring great to the left. Doesn't it seem like it was jogging? Like it wasn't like it's just a steady needle. I usually sit on my back porch and I'm like 6 feet away from my router, but it's the sun right now is beating out on my back porch. I may actually move out there. The sun's gone down a little bit. I may move out there, get a little closer to my router. It seems like it's just a little joggy. See if my opponent can get in the hole. Isn't it perfect? Get in the hole. Not even close. A mile away. Isn't it perfect? In the hole. All right, that was hole number 2. That was not the birdie or the eagle we were looking for. That was the birdie we got. Hole number 3. This hole right here, this second shot is what's being tricky on this next hole. And I switched from a big dog because I wasn't liking how it was rolling out, and I wasn't liking the fact that I wasn't getting a good look at it with the ball guide. So I switched to a guardian for the raw distance, and I get better ball guide. But I've only got like 3 topspin, and it takes just 3 topspin is what it should take. And I'm using the wind to kind of push me up there, and I'm trying not to do a lot on it. I'm just trying to limp up on the green and give myself a putt. And I almost caught it too much last time and ended up on the back side fringe. So the second shot is actually what's kicking my butt. All right, we're on hole number 12. Let's go check out hole number 12. Hole number 12. Hole number 12. Maybe. All right, that is the hole. I'm trying to get over in one and bring it home with the Guardian. The Guardian shot is definitely a little tricky. But I have more options with the Guardian. If I get desperate, I can blast it up there and do a max overpower shot with backspin and stick it. And that's something I can't do with my big dog. Taking a snow globe. I'm doing a 10% adjustment on the drive, and I'm putting the wind back in. I'm putting the forward moving wind back in. If I don't make it over on the drive, then I'm going to do minus 10% to the cup on the lower shot. Mardi Gras goes first. Mardi Gras. Using a level 10 QB, laying it up. How many games does Mardi Gras have? 3,689. Already got a maxed out. Already got their, if they got a maxed out QB, they got a lot of other clubs, a lot of other commons maxed out. That's good. You start getting in the prism chest. The prism chest has changed the whole deal about clubs, because before, you know, certain clubs, you were just never going to get them upgraded. But now, if you're participating in the prism chest, you can get your clubs upgraded pretty quick. Your first goal is to bite the bullet and get all your commons maxed out. Max, however much side spin I can get on. I'm going to be dead center in the middle of that. It's 3.0 plus 10% is 3.3, so that's about a ring and a half. I'm going to put the forward moving wind back in. And everything I can get on it. Hitting it perfect. See if there's enough to get over. That 3 wind is so low that it's gonna be close over. And that's the difference between an extra mile 9 and an extra mile 8. And that is not going to be any way, shape, or form a gimme shot from right there. I think I'm going to have to do the backspin with my Guardian to get it up there. My Guardian hits 1.1 per ring. I'm taking off 10%, so it's 0.9 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1.1, because I am definitely a max club. That's a great spot right there. That's towards your max short iron, right in that neighborhood. So 0.9 times 5.8 divided by 1.1. It's 4.75 rings. So 4.75. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. Hey, Buster. I could have hit that. I could have hit that 1 ring great to the left or the right. I could have hit it 3 rings great to the right or the left. Perfect. Or 1 ring great to the right, and it would have been on. But a 2 ring great to the right. Blue. That's what happens when you do max overpower shots. You can catch them wrong. And I was actually trying to catch it so that I would catch a great to the right, to the left. because I had more room on the left. I was trying to get away from that sand trap, try and stay away from it. All right, I got a serious shot at putting this in. I just need to hit it perfect. All's not lost. Let's see if I have enough topspin to get over there. I don't. I'll put a little bit of backspin on it and get right up on it. The wind could potentially move me off the cup, so I'm going to be right there. Yeah, pretty close. Just need to hit it perfect. Oh, that was anything but perfect. I gave myself a 1 ring great to the right, and a perfect would have went in the hole. But a 3 ring great to the right, on the other hand, was bad. Dang it. Picked one up and then dropped one. I consider that a drop. You've got to get hole number 3 if you're taking the shot going over. And I put myself in the right spot on the drive and then tanked the second shot. That is discouraging. The minimum score is -11, but I have got to pick up hole number 3 every single time. That's part of my score sheet. I've got minimum score -11, my minimum score -12, and that's because I'm looking at getting an eagle. I do not like playing par 5s in Golf Clash where you count them as birdie holes. There's got to be a way to get an eagle on those holes, and to go there and not get an eagle is depressing. Oh. That was a drop shot. That was an epic fail. Good luck. Hole number 4. Let's go get a hole in one on hole number 4. Okay, I'm going to do my adjustment first, then I'm going to glance at the hole. So it's 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by 0.9. Don't ask a lot of questions. Just go with the flow. Hole number 4. I was just trying to skip over it. Hole number 4. All right. I'm taking a Grizzly and I'm taking an Olympus ball. Here we go. Need to hit this perfect. Need to catch a perfect right here. Beards are cool, mullets are bad. I like it. All right, let's go first. Times the wind, 2.6 divided by 0.9 is 3.17 rings. In this area, doing max, one less than max and 1. Now I'm doing max and 1. I'm moving it up so that I'm on the upper edge of the cup. Okay, it's 3.17 rings, so it's 3.2 rings. Just trying to hit it perfect. Oh, I hit it great to the right. I had to snap it off. I thought I was running out of time. I knew that thing was flashing. Oh, so close. And I know it ended up on the left and I hit it great to the right, but it's how it rolls out. So if you catch that, there's a little teeny bit of a trough there. And if you catch that trough wrong, it's going to funnel and you're going to end up in front of the cup. And somehow or other, my grid gets turned off with Golf Clash. It's the only app that I play on my tablet that affects my grid. So I got to turn my grid back on. They were trying that rough bump. They weren't able to get there because they don't have enough side spin in that marlin. You might be able to get it done with a quasar. I was doing it with a quasar in one of my accounts. I was doing it with my odd account, and I was getting a pretty similar result. You have to adjust your topspin just a little bit in order to get it up there, and you got to move it a little bit more to the left. But you can get it done with a quasar. It's just a slightly different adjustment. And I'm going to go back and watch these videos, especially what I did on the front nine. I'm definitely going to work my notes off of it as far as adjustment. So I can get to the hole and I can immediately set up the spin. And then I have more time to get the shot set up where I can sit in front of the needle and let it settle down. So I can let it go by a few times before it starts flashing red, so I know I can get it settled instead of having to. And I love dunks. If you play against me in one-on-one, I love dunks, but I'm going to tell you, Golf Clash just changed these dunks, and they set it off to the left. But if you set that straight at the flagpole, you take a big risk of bouncing off the flagpole. It's a draw. I will forfeit. Let's get this ball rolling. Hole number 5. Good luck in the tournament. Okay, we got a serious chance to get an eagle here on hole number 5. So let's get that done. Hole number 5. I'm going to go pick my bag, and then I'm going to go look at the hole. I'm taking a QB and a Kingmaker. I think it's like number 3 bag. QB, Kingmaker, Kingfisher. I'm hitting my Kingfisher at 2.1 with plus 10%. Let's go look at the hole. Let's make sure I am thinking of the right hole. Sometimes I get ahead of myself and then I'm thinking of the wrong hole. So we're on hole number 14. And that is the hole. And I'm doing max top spin. However much side spin I can get on. I'm leaning up against the outside edge of the ring as far as curl. And I'm trying to get to 3. Did I write it down on this hole? 346. 345, 344, somewhere in that neighborhood. Sweet Lou goes first. So my adjustment to the cup, 1.1 times whatever the wind is, divided by 2.1. Now they're doing the max overpass shot over there, and everybody I've seen do this week has caught it and then ended up rolling off on the other side. And once again, they rolled off onto the other side. Yeah, what were you thinking, dude? Come on, man. You can do that with a quasar. There's 2 different ways you can go. You don't need to put that much power on it. Max top spin and however much side spin I can put on. I'm going to get out into this area right there. Myself a little room from the tree. 3.5 rings. Damn, I forgot to turn my grid on. I'm leaning up against the outside edge of the ring. Hit it 1 ring great to the left. Hopefully through there we're looking for 345, 346. I got a little bit more rollout that time. 344, that's exactly where I was at last time. It looks like I'm getting more rollout, but that's the spot. That puts me dead center mid-club, so I don't have to waste any time trying to find out where I'm at in my club. I'm at mid-club. And I'm hitting off the fringe onto the green. I don't normally like to do that, but I'm trying to keep it straight to the cup. And I'm putting on a little bit more backspin. Like normally on these shots, I would kind of run it up there with my Hornet, but the Kingfisher doesn't have quite as much ball guide. And I found that if I was trying to anticipate where I was going to roll out, and I was short. So I'm putting a little bit more backspin on it so I can get right up on the cup. And I tried this rough bump in the practice session, and what I found is that it was difficult to set the ball up. You have to work the spin on it. If you had it set up and you were in the same spot all the time, it wouldn't be a bad deal. Okay, the wind times 1.1, 3.4 equals divided by 2.1, 1.8 rings. Let me get right up here on it, right up here. Get off to the side just a bit so I can see what's going on. I want to go right at it. Making sure my dog was in the house. Since people are, so it's 1.8 rings. There's 1, 5, 6, 7, 8 rings. Just need to hit this perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole, ball. Oh, a little bit of an underpull. And I was aiming towards that edge of the cup. And I've been aiming towards the other edge of the cup. But I hit the last one great, and it freaked me out a little bit. And so I hit it. And so I moved it right at the flagpole instead of going towards the other edge of the cup. That was right there, right there. Make a note. Left edge of the cup. I have that on my notes, and I'm going to circle that. Damn it. Left edge of the cup. What the hell were you thinking? That was half a cup, and I'm less than half a cup off. So that would have been in the hole. In the hole. And I think on the front I hit a great to the left. I was on the left-hand edge of the cup, and it went in on the left-hand side. And perfect would have went in on the other side. It's that close. I will forfeit. Oh, I had to think there for a second. Or are we actually on that hole? Good luck in the tournament. All right. That was hole number 5. We're on hole number 15. Hole number 15. Trying to work our way up towards the top. I have no idea what's at the top. I never really care what's at the top. In the opening round and the qualifying round, sometimes I'll look because it doesn't really matter, and I'm just trying to see, like, I'm showing you guys the minimum score. But when I'm out just playing, I don't ever look to see what's at the top. I don't want whoever's at the top to influence my game. I don't want it to be, hey, I got this in the bag, I'm way ahead. And I don't want it to be, wow, they're way ahead of me and I got to get all risky. And I just want to go out there and play my game. That's all you can do. All right, trying to get out into that area right there. And the last time I hit a 2-ring great to the left and I ended up over here. I was in the fairway down there, but I was not in the optimal spot. I had a shot at Albie, but it wasn't a good one. And I wasn't willing to get aggressive with it. I was more interested at that point because I wasn't in the optimal area. I was more interested in going and getting my eagle and moving the hell on. Extra mile sniper, that's all I need. I'm doing a 20% wind adjustment on the drive, and I'm not doing any additional adjustment to the cup. All right, here we go. Come on, go first. I always like going first. Yeah, my opponent goes first. Let's check him out. 1,861 games. Got themselves up to expert. Tell you what, everybody wants to get up to expert. Once they get up to masters, the community says, hey, you need to be this, you need to be that. You get up to expert and you get up to masters, you're going to be playing against people who are expert and masters. The competition gets stiffer. There's no reason why you can't slow play this game. And I've got my low-level accounts actually got some pretty nice clubs in it now. Tour 4 and below clubs, a few Tour 5s, but the Tour 5s aren't really usable. A few of them. And that's just strictly from playing Tour 4. So I've had a couple of people comment, well, those aren't low level clubs. It's like, people, I've only been playing Tour 4. I played Tour 5 for 2 hours. 2.9. Bye-bye. 1.65. We're a max club. I'm doing max topspin -1. I want to pull back just a titch. So I'm doing 1.65 rings. That's exactly 1.65 rings right there. No overpower. Hitting it perfect. Just trying to get my third bounce rough bump to bleed me out into that fairway right there. Perfect. Flawless. As they say in Mortal Kombat, flawless execution. Now you can try and get greedy, and I've seen several people do it where they're bouncing here and they're actually trying to do a fourth bounce rough bump. And I'm not trying to get that greedy. Right here I'm at max sniper, and I like I've got plenty of maneuverability down on the other end. I can get in front of the rocks and really give myself, I can come at it however I want. And I'm trying to go straight at it, and I'm going to be a little left to the cup. So I can get up into this area right here. Trying to go just a little bit left to the cup. It's 1.9 at a 100% accurate club. There's 1.9. Just trying to hit it perfect. Oh, hit it great to the right. I haven't hit it perfect into this hole all week. And see how it tailed off right there at the end? It bounced right here and then it tailed off almost a full check. And the deal is that it's tailing off at the very end. I actually was a little bit off on my backspin. I needed to be just a little short of the cup because what it does at the very end is it hits that last bounce and then it curls off to the right-hand side and comes to a stop. And so I'm trying to anticipate that. That's why I'm starting on the left-hand side so that when it comes through there, it's actually like halfway through that last bounce before it curls off, it's hitting the flagpole. It's not a wind adjustment. It's just how it's responding on the green because the cup is on a mound. And so it's going to make that movement. Just a bit outside. Hole number 6, this hole right here, and hole number 9. I think I've got my best chance. This hole right here, I think I have my best chances of getting an Albie because the drive is pretty straightforward. Hole number 9, it's all about the drive. If you don't get the drive right, you're in a world of crap. All right, what hole was that? That was hole number 6. Hole number 15. Get me up towards the top. Got some minimum scores -11, so -22 is the minimum score. Let's see like where the minimum score starts, like what it's taken to get into these brackets. Minimum score is -22. So I think Playdemic said -8 was making the so people have picked their game up, so the 16's not cutting it. How many people still haven't? Most of the people in here are qualified, most of them. Still got a few down here at the bottom. So it looks like, yeah, those -19s are at rest. So there may be some -20s that don't make it, but -22 is the minimum score. So the minimum score starts at 28th and goes all the way to 18th. So just coming in with the minimum score, you can pick up one shot. You're looking at 17th all the way up to 8th. Just picking up one shot. That's the time. I love these types of tournaments that are really tight like that. And where just shooting the minimum score is good. And if you can pick up just a few shots here and there, it changes your real estate dramatically. So if you can pick up, that's why I'm saying if I can pick up 3 both sides, that puts me at minus 24. And minus 24 right here puts me in the top 10 and eking towards the top 5 depending on your tiebreakers. All right, hole number 16. Let's go check out hole number 16. Hole number 16 is hole number 7. And this hole right here is really pissing me off because it's not responding to the green the way I want it to. And I'm reluctant to bounce over that sand. But I might have to because the shot that I normally take here is not responding like it normally does. Taking that combo right there. QB. Open up that chest. Save some gems. 26 common cards. All right, here we roll. QB Kingmaker. What hole are we on here? If I take the shot over the sand, I think it's plus 10%. I think. Because I haven't taken the shot over the sand all week, but I think the shot over the sand is just a 10% adjustment. And I think I'm going to be at max club. And I'm putting on max top spin and however much side spin I can put on. Trying to be 2 rings of separation down here. Give myself plenty of room. 3.6. It's 3.6 rings. A little bit of curl. Hitting it perfect. Oh, shit. I caught that skip. This is one of the things that happens in these city park holes is you catch that slide. I caught that slide and that ball. I have shot that shot in every single account all week doing exactly the same shot. And I'm always out there 316, 320, right in that neighborhood. And caught that slide and ended up there. I think I can get on with my Nirvana though. Down in that area is with a 3 power ball is kind of mid. When you get down into that where you're down there by the rough, it's mid, eking towards minimum wood. And my Nirvana is a long iron with some topspin. You get over into that area right there, you're definitely in long iron range. I may have a little, I may be in a spot of bother here. No, I got it. I'm definitely going the bounce over. Give myself a little bit of room. Going right at the cup. At this distance, it's at max club. It's 2.0 per ring, so that's a 3-3. Just a little over a ring and a half. Just need to hit it perfect. Oh, hit it 2 rings great to the right. Recovered. Didn't put myself in the right spot, but I had a shot. It is good to know, though, if you overshoot that drive and you're down in that area, that you can get on with a Nirvana. That means that my opponent with that, actually, they probably are pretty damn close. If they pull that back, they're probably in short iron range. Now, this is what I tried the other day, where I tried hitting on that side right there, and I didn't like that at all. Now, they were able to get a little bit farther forward. I tried it with a wood. My buddy Kyle has done 2 dunks on this and hit 2 dunks for eagle with a sniper. Isn't it perfect? See if they get in the hole. Just a bit short and a little bit to the right. Nice shot. in the hold. All right, that was not the eagle. I haven't got an eagle on this hole all week, so I'm still working on hole number 7 and 8. Those are two holes that I'm still working on. I'm changing. I've been working on hole number 8. I've been making changes, and I'm going to make another change right here. I've been shooting hole number 8 with a marlin, and I'm going to switch to a navigator to cut the wind down a little bit. And it'll give me a little bit more distance on my red line. I'm still trying to find the spot down there. 25. Still got a couple holes to play up towards the top. Let's go check out hole number 17. Hole number 17. Okay, I'm still working on this hole, and I am going to get this in before the week is out. I have no idea how, but I'm going to. I'm taking a Grim Reaper. And this is going to change my adjustment a little. I'm taking a Grim Reaper, and I'm taking a Navigator. That gives me the one side spin that I still had on them, but it gives me, I've got more room for maneuver here. Go 1.3 times. And that's 1 point. Let me check that club real quick. I think it's 1.8 per ring. It's at 60 accurate, so it's 1.8 per ring. Open up the pin chest. Open up that one. They must have forfeited before I did. We both must have forfeited at the same time, because I thought I just forfeited that hole. Maybe I didn't. That happens sometimes. I forfeit at the same time somebody else does, and I pick up a win and I thought I forfeited. All right. I'm doing a 30% wind adjustment. That's where I'm at. So 1.3 times the wind divided by 1.8. 2.8 equals divided by 1.8. It's 2 rings. Okay, it's max backspin, and about 2 side spin. Okay, and I want to get right up on the cup. I've been a little bit too far back, I think. Let's make sure I'm in line with it. Okay, so it's 2.0 rings. Oh, I hit it great to the left. Getting closer at it. At least I hit the flagpole, so I'm getting closer. And I'm actually thinking what I might, I'm gonna work with my. I think the next time I get this hole, the deal is I should change, because I don't know. There's a couple holes that we're using the Grizzly on where we're just outright using the Grizzly. But there's some of the holes in this tournament that I'm not using, no matter what, I'm not using a long iron unless I got into some kind of trouble. And in those bags, I should start carrying a Grim Reaper so that I can play that hole in the shootouts to try and work that shot out and give me a few extra looks at it. Because what I normally like to do on shots where I'm hitting a hill like that is I like to put right-hand side spin so that I go up the hill and come to a stop, and then it rolls straight down the hill. Because when you put left-hand side spin on there, what it does is it tails off. It wants to really start spinning to the left, and it'll spin. You'll end up on this side of the cup. And that's almost exactly what it did right there. And I need to go eat. So I think I might have one hole left in me. And then I got to go eat. And then I still got to play the back 9 on my odd account, my practice account, just to get a little more practice in. I need to get this Albie on hole number 9 though. How much time we got left on this video? Plenty of time. Plenty. It's unfortunate I got the slide on that hole number 6. All right, let's go check out. Let's go pick my bag first. I'm taking a rock. Taking my bag number 2. And I'm taking a Kingmaker. Let's go get everything in there. Let's go look at the hole just so I got it fresh in my memory banks. All right, I got that fresh in my memory banks. Doing 4 1/4 rings off. Doing 1 less than max right hand side spin and about a 1/2 bar top spin. I'm doing -5 to the cup. And I need to make sure that I have my ball guide not going too far through the hole, but that's getting ahead of myself. All but 1 and about a 1/2 bar. And I want to be 4 1/4 rings off of this transitional surface. In that neighborhood. Taking the wind out, 3/7. Max zone curl. Hitting it perfect. Woe down, cat daddy. Woe down. I put about a 1/2 back. I put about a 1/2 bar. I put the same amount of topspin that I just put on there. I put backspin on one of the shots, and I ended up about 15 yards short. So short that I couldn't do the rough bump. And I always hate using no topspin, because sometimes when you use no topspin on a delicate thing like that, it rolls weird. But I mean, that is right there. That is scary. I just lost a few minutes off my life. Okay, 5% to the cup, and I want to be just a little teeny bit. I want my tail to be through the cup just a little. I was just a tit short last time. So 2.5, 2.4 rings, 2.375 rings. Dead center in the middle of that rough. Make sure my ball guide's through it just a titch. Okay, 2.375 rings. So 2.4 rings. Hitting it perfect. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I've been just on the other side, just on this side, just in front. Which way's the wind blowing there? I took off 5%, and the wind is blowing. Man, it's almost due, almost straight up. It's almost like I shouldn't have taken, like the last shot, I was on the right hand edge of the cup. I set my ball guide up just where it was right there. On that one, it was almost like I didn't pull out enough wind. I need to be right on the right hand edge of the cup, and I was more towards the flagpole. But I like the speed there. At least I had the speed right. My trajectory would have been right. That would have went in the hole. The last time it was on trajectory, and I was short. Just missed the Albie. In the hole. All right. got a little flat on the back, knocked it out of the park on the front, shot a little flat on the back. Still picked up one, but I did not pick up hole number 3. And hole number 3 is a must pick up for me. And I was in the right spot, and I just tanked the second shot. I tanked it. I tell you, I will forfeit. Let's see where we ended up. Minus 26, 28, minus 28. So I did pick it up, and that was 16 on the front, 12 on the back. That'll put me up with tiebreakers. That should put me up towards number 1. I always like to come into the weekend round. It typically works out one of two ways for me. I like to be in the top 5. I mean, obviously, the less people in front of you that have tiebreakers on you, the better. So, being in the top 5, top 3, that's always important to be up towards the top, because tiebreakers are super important, especially in a tournament like this. I mean, you can see, like with the 24s, it goes from 7th to 4th, and, the 23rds going from 8th to 17th. Would you rather be the top guy coming in with tiebreakers in the 23 bracket and be in the top 10? Or would you rather be the low guy coming in and being at 17th? And the 17th guy's Oregon Ducks. Yeah, Oregon Ducks. Go Oregon Ducks. My wife is a Oregon Beaver fan. I'm a Duck fan. She's a Beaver believer. All right. So that was getting it done on the front. Eagle, 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 eagle. And not so much on the back. I did get the eagles that I was supposed to get, except for hole number 13. So that hole to me is an absolute got to get the eagle on hole number 3. That is the big separator in this tournament, that hole. And if you can pick up, so if you pick up the minimum score is minus 11, you pick up 3 both times, that puts you, it's minus 11. You pick up 3 both times, that's minus 12. That puts you at minus 24. Then you're talking about just like one other hole, just one hole, just one other shot somewhere to get into the 25s, and you've got a shot at a banner. If you can pick up anything above a 25, then you're definitely giving yourself a look at it. And just depending on the bracket that you're in, that can be a big round. All right. That was the back 9 of the Liberty Open in the opening round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.